Guys, what's up? How's it going? It's John, and in this video I want to do an unboxing and show you some gameplay of a new Super Nintendo game that I released with Collector Vision Games. I'm part of that team, as most of you guys may know, and we just recently released this out a couple months ago, actually, and we've been working on it for several years. Really proud on how it turned out. This is the NTSC version, the North American version. We did do a PAL version for those who live in PAL regions. There is a version for you, and it's all decked out. It's very similar to like the old, how it looked in PAL back in the day in those versions. We also are almost done with our Japanese edition as well, which is going to be playable in both English text as well as Japanese text, which is cool. That's just, it's taking a little more time to do that because of the translations. But shout out to DJ and Philippe, who are helping us with those translations. It's really cool. But here's the box itself. Blaze Pro helped with the production. Did a great job with this. I love the box art. If you look at the box art, you may notice it's actually Joe Simcoe did the artwork. And Joe is he does a lot of great artwork, of course, but he does a lot of work for Topps trading cards, and he's done a lot of the Garbage Pail Kids. So a really cool style. We wanted to make it look kind of like 90s, like when it came out. So here's the back. Here's the side. Really proud of how that turned out. Speaking of Garbage Pail Kids, we did a limited edition one of these cards, kind of like Garbage Pail Kids. There's different versions. So this is kind of the sketch version, and this is how the other version turned out. Pretty cool on the back. List of different City Hunter games that we have either worked on or are coming out soon. This is, of course, is the 16-bit version. There is a game coming out for Switch and modern consoles, including PS4, Xbox One, Steam. It's called City Hunter and The Curse of the Mayan, which is all done in 8-bit, and that's actually kind of a prequel to this game right here I'm about to show you. We did a soundtrack. Shout out to Ben Allen, who did the soundtrack to this game. This is cool because, kind of like with Killer Cuts with Killer Instinct, this is all remastered orchestrated music. It's not direct ripoff of the music from the game. It's a music that's in the game but done remastered. I'll show you an example here later in the video. Really cool that. Thank you, Ben. Shout out to him. Here's how the cartridge turned out. Love the label, clean label. No cartridges were harmed in making this game, meaning we didn't take any old Super Nintendo games. Like a lot of companies or people who do new games with classic consoles will take cards from used games, right? That may be like sports titles. We didn't do that. These are original molds. And even the back, we try to say it's true with a sticker. Here is a limited edition light blue that we did through Kickstarter. Turned out really cool. And here's the extremely limited edition. Even less of these were made. This is the gold cart. All right. One other thing I want to show you before I show you the comparison of the soundtrack, I'm going to show you gameplay. I'm going to show you the manual. So here's how the manual turned out. The front. Here's the back. And it's, I don't know how many pages are in here. This is a 15-page manual. Full color. Of course, you got the table of contents. Collector Vision Games. We do a bunch of games for classic consoles. A lot of people think we're crazy because more money is made to be on modern consoles, of course, but we're passionate about retro games, so we want to keep breathe new life in these classic games. Kind of prologue, story. Here's like the controls. The screen. Shout out to Keith Erickson, who created City Hunter, who did a lot of the artwork in the game. Shout out to Alec Mall, good friend of mine, good friend of our team at Collector Vision Games. He did the programming for this game, did a great job. There's different characters, enemies. JF was also a project lead in this. Toby helped with the production. Ben over at Blaze Pro, Philippe. There's a point system. We even in the very back, here's like the credits of who worked on this game. JM programmer Alec Mall. He also goes by Alec Mall. Keith Erickson level design, JF, and Keith Erickson music, Ben Allen. Several of us worked on this game, but we even pretty cool. So anyway, without any further ado, now I'm going to show you the comparison of the music, and then I'll show you some gameplay. Go from there. Thank you so much for watching, and let's take a closer look. Alright, so here it is. I'm playing this on my Super NT by Analog. It's a new HD Super Nintendo. Every clone Super Nintendo system I own, this game has worked on, including the Retron 5 and others. So here's the intro of the game, City Hunter and the Caverns of Death. Alright, so once the intro is done, you get to the title screen. Like most games, you have your options and you have a password system here. There's two difficulties, easy and normal. This game does start, normal is actually pretty hard, it's one-hit deaths. Easy is a two-hit death system, where if you hit once, you lose your hat. If you don't have a hat, you hit once again. Without a hat, you die. Then there's extra mode. Extra mode adds 2 more levels. There's 10 total normally. Extra adds 2 more levels, so there's 12 total. And there's also different enemies and 3 boss battles. So extra mode is definitely better than the regular mode. This is level 12. This is round 12. This is the last stage in the game. And the goal of this game really is, you're sitting here and you have a boomerang as a weapon, and when you fire it, it will follow you no matter where you're at in the screen. The goal is to escape each cavern. By doing that, you have to collect a certain item. So right now I got this diamond. I'll place a diamond on the pedestal here. And once I do that, it's going to trigger the lava start flowing. So basically at this point, it's timed. Each level gets progressively longer and more difficult. And it's kind of, your goal is to kind of figure out where to find that special item in order to lock the cavern. Now some screens are dark. You can have a torch here. You can hit the shoulder buttons left and right. Select also shows you the menu of the level. So initially when we started this game, we didn't have a torch and it was kind of dark intentionally. And we felt it was kind of hard to see. So we added a torch mechanic. And if you hold the right shoulder button, you hold it with your right arm. And if you hold the left shoulder button, you hold it with your left arm. Something subtle that we kind of added here in the game. There's a reason why you don't see many new Super Nintendo game homebrews. Now, as you notice here, I just got hit. I lost my hat. If I were to get hit again, I would die. Fortunately, there's a hat here, and I collect it, and boom, I'm wearing it again. So that helps. But as I was saying before, there's not many new Super Nintendo games from scratch that you see. Unlike NES, for example, there's a ton of new NES games, which is cool. So I have tools for that. Not so much the case with Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo, even though it's a more advanced system, technically when it comes to color and sound and audio and all that good stuff, it's much more challenging to program for. We found that to be the case in making this game as well. Here is Crystal Skull. On most levels, Crystal Skull is kind of the ultimate one you have to get to unlock the level, but that's not always the case in some levels. You better watch out for these ghosts. They each take 6 hits. Here's kind of one of my favorite part of each level is this auto scroll level with a lot of horizon. This gets very difficult. You have to kind of time it right. And watch out for the fireballs as well. You know, one thing difficult about making a retro game is you've got to make sure that it's as bug-free as possible, because once you burn it to a ROM or to a cart, you can't patch it unlike modern games. And we are porting this game to the NES. We're also doing a Genesis version, and hopefully we plan on doing a Sega CD version with updated music and all that good stuff as well. JM is programming this for the Genesis, and even though they're both 16-bit, they're both completely different hardware, of course. The color palettes are different, the music's different, so Ben's got to redo the music. Even though it will sound the same, it's going to sound a little bit different, because each system back then had a different unique sound and how they kind of played the audio. We'll skip ahead here. But overall, this kind of gives you an idea of the game itself. Each cavern is obviously a little bit different, more unique. It's a platforming kind of puzzles type game. Had a ton of fun making it. Really proud of how it turned out. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you see, please subscribe. That means a lot. Thank you for leaving a comment. If you guys want to check it out, it is available at collectorvision.com. If you want to find out more about this game, as far as other projects we're working on, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all under Collector Vision. We hope you can stay in touch, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys soon. Take care and game on.